this Thursday's live stream. Okay, we're going to do a full body Pilates mat class today. We're going to pump, strengthen, tone, get the core working. Hopefully that will reduce any little aches and pains that you've got, especially if you've been sitting a lot at a desk already today. But it's probably worth saying that if you know you've got a specific spinal injury, if you know that you've got a disc herniation or prolapse or bulge, or there's anything else going on that would require a very specific bespoke set of exercises, then this isn't the class for you. But this is something that I can address in another session if you're interested. So this is really for people who've got those kind of desk-based aches and pains. Maybe the neck is getting a bit tight, maybe the lower back is getting a bit tight, but there's nothing really serious going on. And if you know that you have got a specific injury or health issue, then it's always a good idea to first check in with somebody one-to-one first, so you really make sure you're getting the right program for you. All right, so anyway, guys, let's start. All right, and as I'm guessing, you probably have been at the desks a little bit this morning, so let's just start with a nice easy shoulder warm up. Okay, so we're going to circle the shoulders back and as big as you can, getting them up towards the ears and round the back. Okay, good. We're going to go back the other way. Nice and big. It's almost like a little internal massage in the shoulder joint. Okay. And then we're just going to do one more. We're going to gently turn the chin over the shoulder. So off we go. Let's just turn the chin over the shoulder. And then back into the middle. And then the other way. Back into the middle. And again. Back into the middle. And the other way. Back into the middle. Okay, let's take some nice deep breaths now. So we'll take an inhale up. We can get the back of the hand to touch above the head. And a big exhale to open. And again, inhaling up. And exhaling open. Let's do two more. Inhaling up. And exhaling open. And one more. Inhaling up. And exhaling open. All right, so we'll get the lower back gently moving next. So let's come around to sitting. We'll take the feet hip distance apart. Let's put the hands just underneath the knees. We're going to start in a flat back. And then what you want to do is just curve back, curving the pelvis under, taking the spine into a C curve. And then we're going to bring it up into a flat back again. So let's do a few more of these, guys. So we're rocking back and then coming forwards. And if you can, you're going to exhale to curve, inhale to come straight. Exhale to curve, inhaling straight. Exhaling curve, inhaling straight. Exhaling curve, inhaling straight. Let's do two more of these. Exhaling curve, inhaling straight. Okay, one more. Exhaling curve, inhaling straight. All right, so keep hold of the legs here and we're just going to roll down onto the floor nice and easy. Down we go, vertebra for vertebra, and we're going to go into a big stretch out. So let's push both feet forwards. Going to reach the arms over the head. I've got my feet flexed. What I'm going to do is push through the heel of the right foot. So stretching and lengthening down the right side. That will tilt the pelvis to the right. And then I'm going to push through the heel of the left foot. That's going to tilt the pelvis to the left. And again, right. And again, left. And again, right. And again, left. Okay, let's bring the right leg into the chest. We're going to take 4 deep breaths on each hip. So we'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's swap legs over. We're going to bring the left leg in. So 4 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, we're going to put both feet on the floor. Let's go today straight into some slow hip rolls. Yep. So we'll reach the arms up to the ceiling and then we're ready to go. So we're going to curve the pelvis under and then just keep rolling vertebra for vertebra up. Take the arms all the way over the head. Roll back down with the arms still on the floor. And then we'll bring the arms back to the ceiling. Okay, so curving the pelvis under, rolling up, taking the arms over the head, rolling back down through the spine, bringing the arms to the ceiling. And again, curving the pelvis under, rolling up, taking the arms over the head, rolling back down through the spine, bring the arms back up to the ceiling. Let's do 2 more with the breathing. So exhale to roll on up. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale to roll back down. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Last one. Exhale to roll on up. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale to roll down. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. All right, from here, we're just going to link the fingers together. We'll put them behind the head. We're going to wake up the core and the upper abdominal wall with this next exercise. So off we go. We're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, just going to lift the head and chest, look down through the knees, and then inhaling back. Exhaling, lift. Inhaling back. Okay, let's do 8 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. 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 Let's do 1 more. Exhale, lift. Inhaling back. Okay, rolling onto the side. All right, we're going to go into clamshells. This is quite a nice one to warm up the hip. Let's take the hand on the hip here. We're going to do 20 of these this morning. The hand on the hip, you're going to keep the pelvis really still. So let's lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now with the breathing, exhaling, inhaling. 3, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Okay, don't worry guys, if you find that I'm exhaling and you're inhaling, or I'm cueing an inhale and you're doing an exhale, it's all the wrong way around. But definitely do try to keep breathing nice and fully all the way through the class. That will make a massive difference to how the muscles work and the general kind of health benefits of doing this. So do make sure you breathe, and if you can, don't worry if you've got a cold or you're blocked up, but if you can, try as much as possible to take your inhale with the nose, the exhale out through the mouth. Okay, off we go. 20 more clamshells, and exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. And lift. And 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 keep going. And 10 more. Good. 9. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. All right, guys, we're going to go round into the stomach next. This next one's a bit weird. We're going to do an exercise called heel squeeze prone. So that's forehead on hands, heels of the feet together, and the knees are slightly open. We're going to squeeze the heels of the feet as hard as we can 10 times. So off we go. And squeeze and relax. 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 5 more. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. 2 more. And squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. All right, so up onto all fours next. So we're going to do cat stretches. I'm going to cue the breathing on this one. Let's start with wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to stay here for an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to curve up. We're going to stay here for an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to come back. And again, inhaling. Exhaling up. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, slide back. Stay here for an inhale. And exhale, curve up. Stay here for an inhale. Exhale, slide back. Okay, 1 more. Stay here for an inhale. And exhale, curve up. Stay here for an inhale. And exhale, slide back. All right, guys. So next up, we're pushing back into a bent-legged downward dog. Keep the knees bent. Tuck the toes under. We're going to take an inhale to lift the knees. And on the exhale, we're going to push back. Tailbone up, head down. And if I keep my knees nice and bent here, I can get a lovely long lengthening feel down my spine. If I try to straighten my legs right now, not really warmed up enough, and I'd lose some of that length down the spine. But this feels good, so let's stay here for 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so knees on the floor. We're going to go toes together, knees apart, and we're going to sit all the way back onto the heels. And then we're going to take the hands off the mat, round to one side. We're going to take 2 breaths on each side here. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming back onto the mat, and we're going to go around the other way. 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming back onto the mat, and we're going to roll up through the spine, vertebra to vertebra. Make sure the head is the last thing. And we're going to come around to sitting again, and we're going to go into half roll backs. Yeah, so half roll back, similar to what we did earlier, but we're going to curve the spine over from the beginning. We're going to reach the arms forwards. Let's do 8 of these. So we're going to take an exhale to rock back. Inhaling forwards. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Let's do 4 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. 2 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. 1 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Okay, we're going to roll down to the floor in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to bring both legs up into the chest, guys. Hug them in. And what you want to do is you want to feel like you're pulling your belly button through into your lower back. Yeah, we're going to pull it through, keeping the core strong. Let's take the hands back on the mat, and we're just going to slide the shins slightly forward. You're going to end up with 90 degree at the knee and at the hip, and we're going to hold it here for 4 breaths. So let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, guys, let's bring the knees into the chest. We're going to roll the shoulders open, lengthen out the spine. I'm going to roll around onto my right shoulder. The legs are bent. I'm going to stretch my left arm up to the ceiling, and we can do a little thoracic opener here. So we're going to open the arm all the way to the floor, and then inhale, bring it back. Exhale to open. Inhaling back. We'll do 2 more. Exhale to open. Inhale, bring it back. And 1 more. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. Okay, so let's roll around onto the left shoulder. That means we've got the right arm up to the ceiling. You can push the hands down on the knees. We'll take an inhale and exhaling, open. Inhaling back. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. 2 more times. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. And 1 more. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. Okay, so let's go straight onto the side. We're going to have both legs straight this time. This is an excellent one to put in quite near the beginning of the class, I find. We're going to do side leg lift series. We'll do all the 4 sections of this. Let's give it a go with the first 2 sections, arm along the leg. Yes, it is wobbly. It's meant to be wobbly. That will help strengthen the stabilizers. So off we go. We're going to inhale, point, exhale, flex. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. 4 more. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. 2 more. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. Inhale, point, exhale, flex. So the next section is 8 circles each way. Keep them small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So keep that leg up there. Put the hand on the floor for balance. Squeeze up the bottom leg. And then they come down together. So we're going to inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep going. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling. Last one. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay, so the last section, we're going to take an inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, lift both legs. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. 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 Inhale back. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. All right, lovely guys, let's do those 4 sections on the other side. So again, the first 2 sections, take the arm along the leg. If you're familiar with this class and know this exercise well, if you want to go for all sections with the arm along the leg, of course you can. All right, so off we go. First section, we're going to inhale, point, exhale, flex. 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 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, keep that leg up there. Squeeze up the bottom leg, exhaling down. Inhaling, squeeze, 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 exhaling down. Okay, let's take an inhale to prepare and exhale, lift. Inhale back, 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 exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back. All right, lovely guys. Let's just slowly push up to sitting. Yeah, we're going to come cross-legged. Okay, so we've been going for about 20 minutes now. I feel everything's warming up a little bit. The blood is starting to move around the body a little bit more effectively. Let's put in now some spine twists. Yeah, so we're going to link the fingers together. We'll roll the shoulders back and down, tall through the top of the head, and then off we go. So we're going to rotate round and then turn the head over the shoulder. Okay, we're going to come back to the hands and then into the middle. So other way, we're going to rotate round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. And again, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. One more, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. Okay, so let's push the hands forwards here and all the way up. And at this point, guys, let the shoulders really come up to the ears. Try not to keep them down. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, a nice long side stretch over. Inhaling back, exhaling over, inhaling back. Let's do two more. Exhaling over, inhaling back. All right, last one. Exhaling over, inhaling back. All right, nice. Open the arms all the way out. We're going to go back onto all fours. We're going to do an exercise that's sometimes called swimming on all fours. We're just going to reach out the opposite arm and leg off the floor. We're going to do this 8 times, always swapping right, left, right, left, right, left. As you do it, try to keep the spine nice and still, and I'll cue the breathing. We're going to take an inhale to prepare and exhaling, reach. Inhaling back, then swap. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Keep going. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. We'll do 2 more. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. And the last one, we're going to reach and we're going to hold it here for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. So reaching the arm and the leg off the floor, holding it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Again, toes together, knees apart. Like we did earlier, we're going to sit all the way back onto the heels. We'll stay in the middle here this time. We'll take 2 breaths. Yeah, 2 deep breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, picking up the belly, we're going to roll up through the spine gently, vertebra for vertebra. All right, guys, we're going to do the 100 next. This is where it gets very Pilates. We're going to do the 100. I'm going to cue the breathing. I'm going to be talking about imprint and things like that. If you're not sure what imprint means, don't forget on this channel there is a tutorial called What the Hell is Imprint, and it breaks it down step by step. It's basically the act of getting the core switched on so you can dynamically strengthen the core and the abdominal wall and protect your lower back at the same time. So let's do the 100, guys. Off we go. We're going to take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhaling one leg up to tabletop. Exhaling the other. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale we're going to lift the head up, stretch the arms forwards, and if you want, stretch the legs too. And inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 4, 5, that's halfway. 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2. 4, 5, and exhale 2. 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2. 4, 5, and exhale 2. 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2. 4, 5, and exhale 2. 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2. 4, 5, and exhale 2. 3, 4, 5, inhale 2. 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, coming all the way back in. We're going to pop the feet down, and we're going to do a little exercise now that is really good at flossing your sciatic nerve. So the biggest nerve in the body is your sciatic nerve. It goes from the lower back and runs all the way down back of the leg like that. So sometimes it can get a little bit sticky, things can get a little bit stuck there. So we're going to do an exercise for that next. You're going to bring the leg into your chest. I've got my right leg up, my left leg is totally relaxed, by the way. I'm kind of forgetting about my left leg. Linking the fingers together on the back of the leg here. So I'm going to flex my foot and I'm going to push my foot up to the ceiling until I feel kind of maximum tension in my hamstring here. Then what I want to do is just relax a tiny bit of that tension. So I'm just going to bend the knee just a little bit, take a little bit of tension off. My foot is still flexed. Then we're just going to point the foot and then flex the foot. That's it, guys. Point the foot, nothing else. The leg stays still and flex the foot. Point and then flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. We'll do two more. Point the foot, flex the foot, point the foot, flex the foot. Okay, good. You kind of missed my foot at the top of the screen there. But anyway, let's do it on the other side. So now right leg is dead. Bring the left leg in. Link the fingers together on the hamstring. Flex the foot. So you're going to push the foot up to the ceiling until you've got maximum tension on the hamstring. Then you want to bend it just a tiny bit to take a little bit of the tension off. Then you're going to point the foot, flex the foot. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Four more. Point, flex. Point, flex. Two more. Point, flex. Point, and flex. All right, well done, guys. So let's push both legs forwards now. And we've done a little bit of a kind of work for the back of the leg and that sciatic nerve there. We're ready now to go into some full roll-ups. So let's take the arms up to the ceiling. And we'll take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to float the arms gently back and over the head. And then we're ready to go. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms to the ceiling. Nice big exhale. You're going to curve all the way up and over, reach the arms forwards. On the inhale, we start to move back. And then on the exhale, we're going to roll to the floor. So arms to the ceiling and then curving up and over. Start to move back and then roll to the floor. And again, arms to the ceiling and curving up and over. Start to move back and then roll to the floor. And one more, arms to the ceiling and curving up and over. Start to move back and then rolling all the way onto the floor. All right, guys, let's take the hands and feet on the mat. We're going to get back into imprint again and we're going to do some single leg stretches. We're going to do slow ones today. They're pretty challenging. We're going to do 10 slow single leg stretches in imprint and reaching the arms forwards. Okay, so let's take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhaling one leg up to tabletop. Exhaling the other, keep the knees together. We're going to take an inhale and on the exhale you want to lift the head up, look down at the belly and stretch the arms forward. So we're going to take an inhale to prepare. On the exhale you're going to stretch one leg forwards, keeping imprint. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale the other leg. Inhale, bring it back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling 5 more times. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. 2 more. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. 1 more. Exhaling, reach. Inhaling back. Well done, guys. Head, shoulders, arms back down. Going to pop the feet on the floor, pelvis into neutral, hands on the rib cage. 2 lovely deep breaths into the ribs. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so the next two exercises we're going to do are targeted for the back, yeah, for the middle back specifically. And I think probably one of the best ways to warm those muscles up is to start sitting first. We're going to bend the elbows. I've made a fist here, and we're just going to open the arms 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So keep going. I'm going to count, but as you do this, you're going to think of really moving the shoulder blades a lot around the back of the rib cage. We're going to do 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that will have just pumped a little bit of blood into the middle back. Then we can go into back exercise, and I'm going to do it facing this way round because I think you'll probably see better. Okay, so I'm going to lie down on my stomach, and I'm going to take my legs pretty wide. You can see they're a little bit wider than my hips. I'm going to take the hands out to the side, and I've made a T shape. My head is down. I'm going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to lift my arms and my head just off the floor long and low, and then I'm going to come back down. And I want to lift up on an exhale, so let's do 10 of these, lifting on an exhale. We'll take an inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back. 5 more. Exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back, exhale, lift, inhale back. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, lift, inhale back. 1 more. Exhale, lift, inhale back. Okay, so from here, to take the spine back in the other direction, we're going to pop up into another cat stretch. So when you've gone into extension, as in that last exercise, it's always a really good idea to then take the spine into flexion afterwards. This is flexion. This is a C curve forwards. We'll hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Sliding on through, guys. We're going to come round to sitting again. And this time, we're going to do obliques rollbacks, which is like a mix of half rollbacks mixed together with spine twists. So the feet are hip distance apart. We're going to link the things together, roll the shoulders back and down, then we're ready to go. So we're going to do a half roll back, and then we're going to rotate. You're going to stay low and then come up straight. So it's half roll back and then a twist, stay low and then come straight. And half roll back and twist, stay low and then come straight, and half roll back and twist and stay low and then come straight. Let's do 4 more. Half roll back and twist, stay low and then straight, and again half roll back and twist and stay low and then come straight. 2 more. Half roll back and twist and stay low and then come straight. Last one. Half roll back and twist and stay low and then straight. Okay, guys, so stretch the arms out straight in front, and we're going to roll back down to the floor again in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's take the hands on the floor, bring the feet a bit closer. Let's go into a pump now for hamstrings and glutes. We're just going to do 10 shoulder bridges. The 10th one we're going to hold up for 10 seconds, and we're going to repeat that for 2 sets today. So off we go. Let's take an inhale and lift and back, and exhale, lift, inhale back, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're going to stay up on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently down we come. Let's do a second set, and off we go, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stay up on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently down. All right, guys, so I can really feel that now in the back of the leg, and I've pumped even deeper into the hamstring and into the glutes. So let's do one more time, the floss for the sciatic nerve. So both legs are straight. We're going to bring the right leg in, link the fingers together on the back of the leg there, flex the foot. So we're going to push the foot up until we feel maximum tension in the hamstring. Release it just a tiny bit, and then 5 times we're going to point, flex, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's do that on the other side, right? So bring the left leg in, link the fingers together on the hamstring, flex the foot. Push the foot up until you feel maximum tension in the hamstring. Take a little tiny bit of that tension off, and then we're going to point, flex. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so we're going to put both feet on the floor now, and we're going to go into the obliques exercise. So your obliques are down the side of the body here. Don't forget as well, there is a tutorial. It's one of the first ones I did. There's another tutorial on this channel that breaks down the oblique exercise as well, step for step. So if you're not sure, you can look at that as well. So let's get into imprint, guys. We're going to do 20 of these. We're going to take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhaling one leg, exhaling the other. We're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lift the head up. So we've got the hands in front of the forehead and the elbows are wide. We're going to inhale to prepare, then exhale, rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, guys, come all the way back in. Head, shoulders, arms down. Put the feet on the floor. Pelvis into neutral. And we're going to do a little bit of a bigger stretch, but similar to the one we did earlier. We're going to take the leg across the body to stretch it. Stretching out the back. You might feel it into the hip as well. It will feel different on everybody. So let's take the right arm out to the side. Got the palm facing up. We're going to lift the right leg up to 90. Take the left hand across, and we're going to roll the knee over. Turn the head to the right. So some of you are going to feel this a lot up in the inside of the shoulder and the inside of the arm. Some of you might feel it more down into the lower back or into the hip. And you just want to be comfortable with the degree of stretch or intensity of stretch that you're in here. But we've been going for about 40 minutes, and so it's kind of safe to do these bigger stretches around about now. Okay, so let's do that on the other side. We're going to take the left arm out to the side, palm up, left leg up to 90, right hand across. Roll the knee over and turn the head to the left. And we're going to stay here. Okay. Again, you might feel it up in the armpits or down in the lower back and hip or anywhere in between. Okay, we'll stay here for a second longer, and then we're going to roll all the way back. Okay, so we're going to roll onto the stomach now. We're going to do an exercise where we're really going to come up a little bit higher into extension. Remember I said right at the top of this stream, if you know that you have got a specific back issue, so that could be anything like a herniation, that would be really acute, a prolapse or a little bulge, or there's something going on, maybe degenerative disc syndrome, so there's something going on anyway that you know about, then like I said, this isn't necessarily the best class for you, but this is something we can look at, and it's something you can message me in about if you kind of say, yes, Sophie, I know I've got X, Y, and Z, and then I can tailor a class towards that. Okay, but this is a good exercise. If you have just got a general bit of tightness in the lower back, then this one can help, but a specific spinal issue, maybe not. You're going to take the hands off the mat on the floor, the legs are wide and rotated, keep them switched on, and let's go. So we're going to inhale, stabilize the shoulder blades. On the exhale, you're going to push the nose along the floor, and then you're going to lift the chest up. Keep the core switched on, so keep thinking you're pulling the belly up into the spine, and you're just going to come up as far as you feel comfortable. So we'll stay here for an inhale, and then on the exhale, we'll come back down again. So let's do that 3 more times. We're going to stabilize the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to push the nose forwards along the mat, and then just keep lifting the chest up. Up we come, only as far as you want. We're going to stay here for an inhale, and then exhale gently back down. So let's do this 2 more times. We're going to stabilize the shoulder blades down the back, push the nose forwards along the mat, and then just keep coming gently all the way up. We're going to take an inhale at the top, and then an exhale to gently come back down. And then we'll do it 1 more time. So we're going to stabilize the shoulder blades down the back, push the nose forwards, keep lifting the chest. We're going to come all the way up. We'll take an inhale at the top, and then an exhale gently down. Okay, so let's push up into another cat stretch, guys, because that was a very big bit of extension there. So we must take it back into flexion, and we'll take 2 breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, sliding on through. We're going to come around sitting. All right, so one of the most common complaints I get either online or at the studio is people say they're getting tight and painful neck and shoulders, and it's probably best to not stretch if you've been sat at your desk and it's afternoon and that tightness starts to creep in. Don't stretch, guys. Do this instead. It'll be much more effective. If you stretch on cold muscles, then it's not going to end well. Okay, so let's take the arms out to the side. This will get quite intense. We're going to make a fist. You're going to feel it possibly burn and pump really deep into the shoulder joint, but that's the good stuff. That's what we're going for. So we're just going to circle the arms, keeping it fairly small. We're going to do about 30 roughly, and kind of half counting in one direction. Let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to do 30 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the arms down. Of course, a lot of this stuff you can do with light weights as well. If you were to add 1 kilo, that would really make it a difference. 2 kilos, almost too challenging for me personally, but it's still manageable. Okay, so let's take the arms forwards. We do the same thing here. So small circles, and you want to get your hand around about shoulder height, because what we want to pump here are your deltoids. The deltoids are the shoulder muscles. If you can pump a whole heap of blood deep into the shoulder joint, that will, over time, help to get rid of aches and pains and relax any tightness, not just in the shoulders, but up into the neck and the upper back as well. Okay, 10 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's go the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the arms all the way down. Okay, so you might have felt something a little bit there. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the arms back out to the side. And for this next exercise, you want to bend the elbows. But have a look, guys, you don't want to let the elbows drop. If I let my elbows drop here, then I've pretty much switched off my deltoids, and I want to keep them switched on. So you're going to take the arms out to the side, but bend the elbows slightly without letting them drop. And then this is the movement we're going to do. We're going to go up and down. Okay, and as you're doing this, you're going to feel it in the deltoid. You are going to be working the upper trapezius. That goes all the way up into the neck. So you might even feel it quite intensely uncomfortable in the back of the neck. But this isn't a bad thing. You're not putting any pressure on the neck there. It's just pumping blood really deep, and it can feel incredibly intense. But Keep going through it if you can, and we're going to do 20 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep going. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax the arms down. Okay, so it should feel, well, it should feel something. I can feel quite a good pump, quite almost like a burny feeling, like I could cook an egg, fry an egg on my shoulder there. Okay, so let's now just turn the head over the shoulder, and we'll bring it back into the middle, and then the other way, back into the middle. Okay, so now let's look down to the floor, and then look forwards, and then very gently up to the ceiling, and then forward. So don't forget that, guys. If you're at your desk and everything starts to get tight and horrible, if you wake up in the morning, everything is tight and horrible, avoid the neck stretches, avoid any kind of upper body stretches. But all we did now was about 30 little circles each way with the arms out to the side, with the arms out to the front. And then if you remember, arms back out to the side, elbows bent, and arm flaps. Yeah, about 30 of those. That will be way more effective than any stretches. Of course, stretches can play a part in head and neck and shoulder health, but only when you're super warmed up, and it's best not to stay in them for too long, in my opinion. All right, so let's carry on, guys. We're going to start looking at some planks next, but let's start off on the knees, and we'll get into a plank position with the upper body. So I've got my fingers linked together here, and I'm on the elbows. Okay, I'm going to make sure I've got my shoulders stacked over the elbows, and let's hold this with the torso, but we'll move the legs. So we're going to take an inhale on the exhale. We're going to lift one leg up, put it back. All right, so let's do 8 of these. Off we go. Exhale, lift, inhale, back, lift, and 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 back. 2 more, lift, and back. 1 more, lift, and back. Okay, so I'm going to keep my shoulder blades switched on as I do this. I'm not going to let that relax. Let's do the other side. We'll take an inhale, and lift, and back, 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 and lift, and back. 2 more, and lift, and back. 1 more, and lift, and back. All right, so let's just sit back a second. We're going to take the weight off the arms, and we're going to give them a little bit of a shake. And we're going to go back, and we're going to go back onto the hands this time. And we're going to go into a 20-second plank up on the hands, yeah? So I've got my elbow joint fully extended, guys. If possible, read your voice. If you bend the elbow slightly here, the child is going to really grip again in the back of the neck. That's normally what biomechanically happens in most bodies, so avoid it if you can. So fully extend the elbow joint. We're going to take 1 leg behind, lock out that leg. We're going to squeeze the second leg in, and 20 seconds. I've got my eye on the clock just in front of me here. That's 5 seconds. Keep breathing. That's 10 seconds. That's 15 seconds. And 20. All right, let's sit back, guys. And we're going to give hands a good shake. When I'm down at the studio, I've got some push-up handles, and some of my clients, to hold that position on the hands is just really not comfortable for the wrist, and that doesn't matter. It's really not a big problem. But with push-up handles, you're able to still hold a hand plank without that angle in the wrist. You can keep the wrist straight, and they're pretty cheap, to be honest. You can get them for about €6 or so. They are worth getting if you're somebody that really struggles with wrist ache for holding hand planks. Anyway, next up we're going to do an elbow plank. So for this one, let's go back down onto the elbows. I'm going to link my fingers together, but if you want to have them open, that's totally fine. I prefer it here, to be honest. Still can keep the shoulder blades down the back. And let's do 20-second elbow plank. So we're going to take 1 leg behind, and squeeze the second leg in. Okay, I've got my eye on the clock. That's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and 20 seconds. All right, lovely. Coming all the way down. Let's take toes, skin, knees apart. We're going to relax all the way back, forehead on the floor. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, rolling up gently through the spine. Nice and easy, vertebra for vertebra. All right, guys, let's go into some nice big stretching. So we've been going, if you joined me at the top of the stream, we've been going for about 52 minutes, yeah? So in 52 minutes of constant moving and mat work, you've really kind of worked into your bigger circulatory system. So the blood has been moving around, and you can look at it like this, guys. The blood moving around the body is a little bit like a train. And on the train, the passengers are the micronutrients, the oxygen, all the good stuff that is traveling around to the muscles, the joints, ligaments, tendons, and organs as well. So pumping the blood around the body for a good, well, like I said, we've been going 53 minutes. That's brilliant. But even if it's half an hour, it's hugely beneficial, not just for muscles and strength, but also for organ health too. So let's start off with a nice big hip flexor stretch. Also means that you put the muscles into a nice state where you can really benefit from stretching. And I really don't recommend doing these big stretches before you've done a workout. These are my end of workout stretches. So let's take 4 deep breaths here. We're going to take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're going to rock on back. We'll do that on the other side. So I'm going to take my left foot out, hands on the thigh, and rocking forwards. Okay, 4 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming all the way back. All right, we're going to do a really effective stretch next. This is what I call the side stretch over. We're going to push both feet forwards. This one not only is stretching out the inner thigh, a little bit into the hips, but also all the way down the back as well. It's brilliant. So let's lift the right foot up. We're going to put it to the inside of the left. Okay, going to stretch the right arm up to the ceiling. We'll take an inhale to reach up, and then exhaling sideways and over. We're going to take 4 deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming all the way up, and we'll do that on the other side. So we'll pick the left foot up, put it to the inside of the right, and stretch the left arm up to the ceiling. We'll take an inhale to reach up, and then exhaling sideways and over. Okay, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and inhaling and exhaling. All right, coming all the way up, guys, and then we're going to lie down on back for a brilliant hip stretch. That's the piriformis stretch. So lying down on the back, we're going to take right leg over the left leg. Okay, the ankle is just across the thigh. Fold the legs into the chest. We're going to take the hands through the middle and onto the top of the shin if you can, if not onto the hamstring. And we'll take 4 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, unwrap. Then we'll do that on the other side. Rotate left leg over the right leg, both legs into the chest. Left hand through the middle, right hand around the outside. 4 more deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. So let's unwrap the legs. We're going to go into another big stretch out. So let's push both feet forwards. We're going to reach the arms over the head. And we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's come up to sitting, guys. And so I've been going for nearly an hour. This is where, along with my big stretches, I put in my small, gentle, short neck stretches. This is where they make sense to me, and this is probably the healthiest, most risk-free way to do it. So let's do it now. We're going to slide a hand across the lower back, other arm up and over the top, fingers gently by the ears. And then we're just going to very gently go over to the side. So I'm absolutely not pulling my head here. My hand's just resting gently there on the side of my head. And I can feel a stretch down the side of my neck. Then I'm going to turn the head into the arm, slide the hand round and down. I'm going to drop my chin. Now I feel a stretch the side and into the back of my neck a little. That's my upper trapezius that I'm stretching out now. Okay, slowly coming all the way up, and then we can do that on the other side. So hand across the lower back, other arm up at the top, fingers gently by the ears. We're going to do over to the side. I'm not pulling my head. My hand is just resting gently there, just near my ear. Okay, I can feel a stretch down the side of the neck. Then I'm going to turn the head into my arms, slide my hand round and down, and just very gently drop the chin. Again, I'm not pulling the head here. I can feel this stretching now more around towards the back and side of my neck. Okay, slowly coming all the way up. And then just to finish, guys, we're going to take one last roll down through the spine. So let's put the soles of the feet together. And we're going to take an inhale on the exhale. Let's drop the chin. And you're going to roll down through the neck, upper back, middle back, all to the lower back. And when you get to the bottom, you can keep the hands on the ankle joint or reach them forwards. We'll take 4 deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so picking up the belly, we're going to roll up gently through the spine, nice and easy, vertebra for vertebra, leaving the head to the end. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining this stream. Message me in before next week if you've got any requests for next week's stream, and have a good week. I'll see you then. Bye bye.